No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my late edition of Insights of a, I'm sorry, not Insights of a Survivor. I've had a busy day. I was at the river today swimming and having a good time with my Tico friends here in Costa Rica. So today's a little late. I'm a little drained, but I'm here. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in to my story, My Strength 365-day challenge, a space I created for me to see where I've come from so far in my journey, to recognize and respect the strength that it took for me to overcome some of the things I've dealt with, and the platform is help share so that you guys can understand that healing is not easy. It's really messy, but it is possible. So this episode contains deeply personal reflections on emotional neglect, the misuse of survivors' resilience as an excuse for mistreatment, and the harmful assumptions placed on trauma survivors. Mentions of past abuse and psychological manipulations are present. Please care for yourself. Listen, pause, or walk away if you need, and return if you like, because this is about you. So, being what people consider a strong person has always been something I didn't like. I mean, people seem to think that I can handle anything. So they treat me however they feel. This is a stereotype that is one of the most emotionally dangerous weapons that people have used to justify emotional abuse. The memory that I'm going to share with you today isn't about something that someone did to me physically. It's about the psychological damage of a conversation that made me feel like my strength was a reason to neglect me. So I was with my partner, and we were having one of those hard conversations about how he treated me differently than others. I've had to see him treat other people with kindness, softness, patience, everything that I craved but rarely received from anyone ever. I confronted him and asked him, like, hey, why don't I deserve the same grace? He looked me in my face and said something that stung deeper than any insult ever did, which honestly isn't the first time that someone said this to me, but coming from a person who was supposed to love me, protect me, it hurt. He said, you've been through way worse abuse than anything I've ever done to you. So I figured it wasn't that big of a deal. I sat there in my car, trying to keep from breaking. The way he minimized his behavior, how he casually used my trauma as a benchmark for what I was allowed to feel hurt by, was just gut-wrenching. It was as if surviving meant I should be numb to pain now, as if the old wounds made room for new ones. I told him he was wrong, so wrong, that my past didn't make me invincible, that I didn't want or deserve mistreatment just because I had endured worse. But deep down, I was tired of being expected to carry everything, tired of being denied tenderness because I appeared strong, tired of being seen as unbreakable when I was already broken in places no one even asked me about. No one chooses to be a warrior just to be thrown back into battle every day. I don't want to be treated like a soldier in someone else's war. I want to be loved and seen fully. Even the strongest ones get tired. Even the strongest ones need rest. And to any of you that feel like just because someone has survived trauma, just because someone's been tortured, just because someone has been beat, does not give you the right to mistreat or emotionally abuse them just because you feel like what you're doing isn't enough or as bad. I'm sorry. Because it is just as bad. And it hurts just as bad. That doesn't give you an excuse of just stop. I've heard that so many times from so many people that I've gone through way worse. But what you're dealing with me isn't that big of a deal. Yes, it is. So that moment planted a lie that I had already started to believe, that my pain had an expiration date, that the world measured my right to feel by the severity of my past. I started believing that I couldn't speak unless it was serious enough, that I was only worthy of protection when I was bleeding or bruised. And that was the most damaging part, because I began to question my own emotions, gaslighting myself before anyone else could. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You've gone through worse. I started to say that to myself. I started telling myself, maybe this isn't bad enough to bring up. Maybe you're just being overly sensitive. You survived worse. Suck it up. No, the wound wasn't about being hurt by someone else. It was about learning to silence myself again. Okay, not I'm out of this situation where I'm supposed to cover myself up and make myself feel small, but now I have to silence myself again. Because even in healing, I was still being taught that I didn't get to feel unless someone else decided it mattered. So, reflection question: have you ever found yourself downplaying your own hurt because it didn't seem bad enough compared to what you've already survived? Who taught you that your pain had to compete to be valid? So, the negative mindset that I had, I believed that my history of my trauma made my current feelings irrelevant. I thought that unless I was completely falling apart, no one would care, and maybe that I shouldn't either. So I had to reframe that. I had to challenge that scale, that lie, because my past does not qualify for my present, disqualify my present emotions. I'm sorry, my past doesn't disqualify my present emotions. Feelings, feeling something deeply today doesn't mean that I'm weak. It means that I'm human. Reframing, reframing means recognizing that surviving doesn't cancel out hurting. I don't need permission to feel. So the affirmation that follows that is I am allowed to feel hurt, even if I've survived worse. My healing doesn't depend on others' comparisons. It is mine to honor. Yeah, in every form it takes. In every form it takes. So the mini coping session is an emotional boundary reset. This technique uses visualization and NLP practices to reclaim emotional space. So I need you to close your eyes and picture a circle of light around you. This is your emotional boundary. Imagine every person who has ever made you feel too strong to need to care, and they're all standing outside that circle. Now say either out loud or in your mind, I release the responsibility to perform strength for others. I reclaim my right to feel. My circle is mine. I choose who steps in it. Visualize their voices getting quieter and the light getting brighter and your space becoming more sacred. So you repeat this boundary reset whenever you feel emotionally minimized. You don't owe anyone the strength that cost you your own softness. Okay, so here's my 1 minute empowerment challenge. List 3 times you've been emotionally dismissed and speak that truth. Speak a personal truth. They said I was strong enough to take it. But that truth is I shouldn't have had to take it. I shouldn't have had to take it. Another example is they laughed when I cried, but my tears deserve respect. And lastly, another example, they compared my pain to my past. And the reality is all pain is valid, mine included. Say these truths out loud. This isn't about journaling or reflecting quietly. This is about reclaiming the power of your voice. Feel your truth in your throat. Don't whisper, declare. So now I'm going to start to my favorite part is the survivor spotlight, shining the light on someone who's gone through the trenches. And this one is for a Grammy-winning rapper, author, entrepreneur, and mental health advocate, Lecrae. Lecrae Devon Moore's life didn't start in music. It started in survival. Raised without a father and exposed to abuse, addiction, and violence, his early life was filled with trauma that left him searching for identity in broken places. He found belonging in the streets, wrapped himself in bravado, and buried the parts of him that felt too painful to name. Religion gave him structure, but not always safety. As a black man in a white evangelic in a church space. Okay, sorry, I'm exhausted. Lecrae faced deep cultural erasure, invalidation, and manipulation. The same churches that praised his talent dismissed his trauma when he spoke about race or healing. He was tokenized and vilified when he chose truth over comfort. He was left alone. But Lecrae didn't collapse. He confronted. His memoirs, Unashamed and I Am Restored, peeled back the curtain on a man who faced addiction, depression, suicidal thoughts, and spiritual confusion. His healing wasn't just about prayer, it was about therapy, grief work, accountability, and reclaiming the pieces of himself that had been lost to silence and shame. He chose healing in full color, not just for himself, but for the Black boys who looked like him, who were told to man up before they've even learned to breathe. Now he runs Peace Preparatory Academy, leads Reach Records, and builds spaces where faith, art, and truth coexist. Lecrae is more than a survivor, he is a liberator. We honor you, Mr. Lecrae, and we thank you for speaking your truth when silence was safer. We thank you for refusing to shrink to fit someone else's version of faith. We thank you for being vulnerable in a world that weaponizes masculinity. We thank you for showing us that being whole doesn't mean being perfect. You are not the exception. You are the mirror. You are the map. We honor you. We honor the survivor in you. We believe you and we hear you. Thank you so much for setting this example for us. So this platform exists for survivors to be seen, heard, and honored every day in every form. But we can't do this alone. If this message moves you, help us keep going. Subscribe to Empowered Voices, Finding Strength in Survivors to catch these daily healing challenges. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for Insights of a Survivor, where I speak raw, real healing, unfiltered, unapologetic truth. And the same for raw and real with all love, Saturday, every last Saturday of the month at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time with myself. We are co-hosts. And don't miss Kiss Corner every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my sis, Coach Kiss. Also, please grab a copy of A Place to Be Belong by Pari Jasper, a powerful story of a young girl who fought to survive a life designed to break her. It's raw, it's unfiltered. It's a raw and unfiltered journey through pain, power, and purpose. And it is now on my website. If you believe in this work, consider donating or sponsoring this mission. Your support helps us reach those who are still in silence so they can begin to speak. Survivors like myself, we're building a future, a new future, but we need you. Help us reach a community that's been ignored, erased, or forgotten. Click the links below. Let's grow this movement together, because your story doesn't end in pain. It begins in power. I will see you guys all tomorrow for another powerful story of healing. I love you all. Stay strong.
Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up? I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I keep